Hey everybody, and welcome back to Greatest Good Tarot. I hope you're doing well and keeping out of mischief. This is, I'm combining two comments over the Christmas period together. One is from Davidson, who is extraordinarily upset. Well, I'm maybe projecting a little bit, but they is saying that your cards said Starmer, stuttering Starmer, would resign, but I'm still waiting. Well, honestly, some people. I think you need to reconsult again, which we are doing. And also, Marie said, can I look into the current situation with the government? Thank you, and all that kind of jazz. And there was several upvotes on that as well. So that is what I'm going to be doing. So I hope you're doing well, keeping out of mischief and all that jazz. If you're new here, please subscribe and ding-a-ling that bell if you enjoy how we do the readings here at Greatest Good Tarot. Please like the video because it genuinely helps out the channel so much. It's unbelievable. And comment down below if you're reading along or have any comments about the reading, all that kind of stuff. So let's do the base reading. For the new boys and girls, we do the base foundation reading and then do levels on top of that with different cards and that kind of stuff. What is the current situation with the government, please? What's going on with Labour for the greatest good for all concerned? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Always be appreciative. Yes, always, always, always. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, King of Matches again. They've got a mission. They've got a mission. And they think they can get away with it and stuff like that. Wow, look at all this data and information. Ooh. Okay, so this feels like stuttering Starmer, a bit slimy, vision, blinkered, kind of as I flash a little bit of wrist at you dirty minxes. This is very much. Nothing is working, people. Nothing is going to stop our intents of where we're going, that kind of stuff, blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, around him, we've got the Page of Cups here, flirting with possibilities behind his back, if you notice, because the lion is focused on where he wants to go. These are flirting with ideas, Page of Cups, possibilities, ways of behind his back. Knight of Swords is rushing in with knowledge, information. This feels like the outside world, you and me, people holding him accountable, holding the government accountable. And the Justice card here is the truth of the situation. Notice how the truth is over here, what they're doing is over there, and it's like this disconnect. Okay, so already interesting. Let's find out some more. 5 of Pentacles. There is worry. Notice, for the new boys and girls, notice how they triangulate. Okay. Oh, big word. Big word so early. They're connected here. So we always look at how the cards are connecting, how they're touching. So the 5 of Pentacles here is very much the Page of Cups lot, arguing behind his back, flirting with ideas behind his back, are worried about this situation. He feels like he's worried that he just won't be able to do what he's intending to do more than the actual situation of the matter. He feels like it's almost like, you know, we're out of schedule, people. We've got to get moving, people. It's like, I'm getting kind of clipboard, pen, to-do list, tick off kind of rubbish. Sun card, happiest card in the deck. Slap bang in the middle. Notice how it's touching. The people plotting, planning, scheming, flirting with ideas behind his back. And we've got the you and me, the knowledge, the focused, rampaging in with truth, knowledge, information, holding them accountable, not taking the BS, that kind of energy. So it's happening. It is definitely happening. Page of Wands. This is very similar to the kind of Ace of Wands, aha moment, light bulb moment, kind of flirting with ideas a little bit, possibilities. This here feels very much, but for us, wanting to hold people. It's once again, I'm sorry, but it's so true. It's the Pluto in Aquarius kind of energy, taking control back. The smaller governments, smaller businesses instead of big corporations, bringing it back local again, that kind of thing. This is the Google searches. This is exploring ideas. This is looking at the truth of the matter and then rushing in and going, excuse me, no. Before, like, for example, the pensioners, before you, or the waspy women, before you said this, that, and the other. Oh, but no, this is what you're doing, that kind of energy. This constant pressure that we've been witnessing. Star card. Wow. The star card for me is the North Star, heading in the right direction where we're divinely guided, that kind of thing. So the star card here with the Sun card and the Five of Pentacles is very much saying it's a reset. It is happening. Okay. It is happening. Also, for the new boys and girls, notice how the kind of the pillars of the reading are major arcana. So we've got the Justice. It's irrefutable. Yeah, it's truth. This is what's happening. We've got the Sun card, happiest card in the deck. Kind of a happy, joy, slap bang in the middle. So the change is going to happen. People are going to be so relieved, so happy. And we've also done a Stuttering Starmer reading of through the Christmas Advent calendars. So his year ahead is very much finishing off. There is the transition happening very, very soon. It came out there, coming out here. It's like the issue that we've got is such plank that he just doesn't get it. He's not reading the room. We've just had that with the public inquiry, the grooming gangs and stuff. The reading's just gone up in real time for me today. But also, it's just genuinely and generally even that it's just. How do I express the? I'm just trying to. It's a bit of a complicated energy. There is a real opportunity here with the three kind of pillars of the deck. I'm expecting. It feels like there's going to be a fourth one coming to make the four cornerstones, as it were, of the reading. And it feels very strongly that these people will be crapping themselves if they don't go along with what we want, as it were, you and me. Start reading the room, you might survive. You might get your pension plan. You might get, you might get re-voted in and that kind of stuff. Focus on what we want instead of your ideals kind of stuff. But yeah, this is very much, there it is, the Judgment, calling it out. Once again, okay, so we've got the Judgment card, which is, speaking of truth, very similar energies to the Justice, very similar energies also to the Death card, which is kind of rebirth, reborn, renewal, line in the sand. What's been is gone, new stuff coming in. So this here is slap bang results of we've reset. Okay, so a new management team of the Labour Party and the government and all that kind of stuff. And also, it's gone. Okay, but they've got to follow what people actually want. And there's the Magician manifesting it into being, putting the action, the resources together, making it happen. Overarching energy, the Four of Cups. This is kind of the reflection, contemplating, that kind of energy. Reviewing the situation, okay? Underlying energy here, we've got the Ace of wands, which is that aha moment that we were just talking about over here. So now we've got the base reading. Let's get the prediction deck out and find out some more information. So then, let's have a look. More information for this reading, please. Where's this going, please? Thank you. Right. The experiment. This is interesting. This is on top of, remember, that a lot of people are calling it out now, especially, 20 councillors quit this week in one of the councils and standing independently now as a new party because it's not the Labour way. Yeah. That Rosie Duffield also said, this is not Labour. This is not how we do things. The experiment is on stuttering Starmer. Resigning. There's going to be some resignation. This feels like other people. There's going to be more resignations coming. Plotting, planning behind his back. Feels like three. Feels like three big kind of events of resignations. Housing issue. The awakening. The true extent of the truth here. For the new boys and girls, we're looking at what's underneath. So justice card here, the truth of the situation, mind blown. People's mind blown. You and me, kind of like, you are not doing that. Why on earth? That kind of thing. Housing issues with the Knight of Swords. Just feels like, that feels like, it's the immigration thing. This feels as if it's like it's almost like the running of the household kind of thing. This is kind of recession kind of stuff. People can't afford things. It's the housing issues, not necessarily the amount of houses. It's what's in the house that's the issues. Yeah, we can't afford electricity. Why are we the most expensive electricity in the world? Why are we this, that, and the other? Why are we, that kind of stuff. You could sort this out. I learned over Christmas, New Year kind of break, the week and a half I was away, or so, that we not only the electricity bills and stuff double taxed, but also the fact that there is since the 1970s, the government can decree at any point with literally a pen stroke how much the base price for electricity is. At any point. They've already got the powers to do it, but they're refusing not to. And this is our new phrase for this year. There is no such thing as a difficult decision. It is a choice. You are choosing to do whatever you want to do. Yeah? With the pensioners, with the waspy women, with the farmers, it is a choice. Oh, we're making difficult decisions. No, you've chosen to do this. Yeah? Lies, deception. It's all coming out now. This is what they're worried about. This is why people are resigning. People are finally finding, and like I said, it feels like three specific, almost very similar energies to kind of like the Boris Johnson kind of, the people around him starting to fall away. Kind of covering their own backs kind of energy. Yeah? That kind of no, we're no longer following you blindly. No, we don't want this. It's all coming out here. The Sun card. The sun with the distractions, the illusions, the spin. It's not working anymore, especially on the Sun card, which is illuminating. Like the floodlights are on. There's nowhere to hide. You can't spin your way out of this. It's not happening. Page of Matches showing the corruption. There is there are so many, and we have to be careful here because of not necessarily what we can and cannot say. It's more the fact that if it's going to be restricted or not, communication or not. But there is enough evidence at this present time and rumour and possibilities about the connection with Stutter and Starmer and Southport, for example. Yeah? People know this. People know the truth. People know, and that's just one example of many things. And no matter how you spin it, it ain't happening. So we've got the star card here. Let's have a look. Cyber attack. Online communities, that kind of thing. Twitter, X, so many people. Yeah. This is almost like the drone strike card that comes out. It's that bombardment, the consistency of it. No matter how many times the BBC, the What Pinky, wants to spin it, or Times Radio wants to spin it, people know the truth. It's like, no. You're supposed to, like, as journalists, you're supposed to hold them accountable. You're not supposed to be an extension of the government to spin. Because that would be considered propaganda, and it's frowned upon. Or it was originally, when Russia and China were doing it. But now absolutely fine, I'm sure. The Magician card, we have food shortage again. Foreign occupation again. Underlying energy, the rescue. Revived, sorting it out, that kind of stuff. The food shortage doesn't feel like food necessarily. It feels it's like the nourishment of society in general. It feels like, as an example, calling the police out on, why are you focusing on a non-crime incident, which was coming out obviously at the end of last year, when it's even states it's a non-crime. Stop wasting. Why don't you just focus on, I don't know, shoplifting? An obsession of ignoring that and focusing on crud that no one wants. Yeah, it's that kind of energy. It's the malnourishment of what's happening. So that doesn't feel like, I know it says food shortage, but it doesn't feel like specifically. We have focused on that previously on the channel, but yeah, let's have a look here. Talking about that, because we've been, Erin Dawes and I have been travelling around, visiting family and friends and all that kind of stuff over the Festivus period. Our new game, our new favourite game, the Arla thing. We like going into, when we're in different parts of the country and stuff, because we have been, we've been all over the place. We're smearing ourselves everywhere. We like going into the local supermarkets, right? Not all the time, we're not proper anoraks or anything, but we go in there and see how much milk is being left on the shelves and stuff like that. And it's quite consistent everywhere we go. Obviously, it's not scientific. We're not going around with clipboards and pens and taking tallies or anything, but it seems quite consistent, apart from Tesco. But we've only been there twice this year, so it just seems like Tesco users don't care, are using any milk. People in Sainsbury's are very much kind of, it seems, on the ball. And there was another supermarket. Is it Co-op or Morrison's? There was one that's also very similar, kind of like the amount of columns of milk in those kind of weird crate trolley things just being left. It's amazing, absolutely amazing. In fact, we were visiting one of the family friend type people, and Erin Dawes and I, we didn't say anything. We were very good, but they do like their lure pack. And every time it came out, to like cheese and biscuits and that kind of thing, and just like hanging out around the kitchen table and enjoying their company. I did notice that both Erin Dawes and I, both of us didn't touch the lure pack. Everyone else was smearing it on their, the biscuits and the cheese and things like that. And we had some lovely Wensleydale as well. We were proper Wallace and Gromit, but there were. Neither of us. There was the second night that we were there. We both looked at each other, As if because the Lurpak had found its way between both Erwin Dawes and I around this table, and we both looked at each other and we both ignored it, and it's just like, oh, we're on the same page, my dear. We're on the same page. No one noticed though. No one noticed. So we've got the Five of Pentacles here once again. The worry, the loss, being discarded. The experiment has failed. Okay, so we've got the Star card, divinely guided. Once again. So people are finally going to listen to their intuition, finally going to listen to their downloads, their aha moments, what resonates with them, to finally realize, we're maybe on the wrong side of history, and reflect that and change their ways on that. Some of them are going to resign. As I say, it feels like 3 specific people are going to go. But it does feel a bit vague on the timeline on it, though. The Knight of Wands is on us, yeah? That passion. We've gone from the Page of Wands down here to now the Knight of Wands. We're still holding them accountable. And the Page of Swords, again, flirting with ideas, possible. Now, some of this is obviously rumour, some of it's gossip, some of it, and we've got to be... use our discernment to work out what resonates as true and what is just total BS. It's that kind of stuff, because there's a lot of it, but within it there is a phenomenal amount of truth, because we've got the Justice card there, and a lot of it is connected with each other because we've got the Justice card there. Yeah, so we just need to be a bit careful, okay, as a collective, as a group. Okay, so lies to see, 10 of Pentacles. The wealth of the situation, finally gone. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Yeah, a new way of doing things. The Tower card on the, what was that, lies, was that? No, deception. And the Sun card, the Tower card. Because the illumination, the floodlights are on, and so suddenly the tower is falling. And now they've got to try and pick up the pieces quickly to kind of go, that's old, this is new, this is a new way of doing things. The corrupt dealings card, we have got the Ace of Pentacles. This offer of change, true change this time, real change. And it's going to be it feels like specific change. Instead of this vagary, oh, vote for us, we'll have change. They never promised if it was good or bad change. They just said change. So the Ace of Pentacles here is a very specific offer. It's like we'll focus on, we'll sort out the waspy women, for example. We'll sort out the grooming gangs. We'll sort out the pensioners, or whatever it may be. The proposal is there, because of the corruption, the dealings here. The cyber attack, they are stumped. Like I said on the previous reading, because this definitely feels like it interconnects, on the grooming gangs one. No matter however they spin it, because they're not reading the room, they're stuck. Their actions are coming back to bite them, and people want accountability. People want, there's this 2-tier stuff. It's still happening. No matter how many times they say, "Oh no, it's not," we can see it. We're not stupid. Yeah, it's that kind of thing. And so they're trapped. So many people. Oh, that's nice. That, I tell you what, is beautiful. The calling out the so many people, or the so many people, and the judgment, speaking truth. Yeah. They're going to spin it. That it's going to be, and I think I've even seen it today, but I haven't really been paying attention to the news today. Starmer was saying stuff, flapping his face, and I couldn't be bothered. But I'll catch it later on. But the Queen of Pentacles here is a very mumsy, kind of caring card. Protective, nurturing, looking after, yeah? So the fact that so many people, it's not from hatred. That's what they're trying to spin. They're not, it's not from, anger and worry, or not worry, sorry, not anger and violence, that's the word, and that kind of stuff. It's from a caring, nurturing, looking after everybody, wanting to take the country in a different direction to nurture everybody and look after everybody. And it shouldn't be this kind of weird madness going on. That's lovely. That's really, really, I'm actually really excited about the possibilities coming from here. So it's not, so even though they're trying to spin it, oh, it's like, oh, Tommy Robinson, blah, 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 far right, blah, 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 this, that, the other, blah, 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 violence, blah, blah, anger, blah, 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 whatever they're trying to manipulate the situation. It's actually, everyone's like, no, that's not right. It's not resonating with us because it's not what we're doing. It's actually so far removed from what we're actually doing. It's ridiculous. You're showing yourself up, mate. It's that kind of thing. Final card. Ooh, 4 of Cups. That feels weird. I may need to get the dinky deck out for that. Overarching energy, once again. Ace of Cups, 4 of Cups. And what's underneath there? Oh, this is going to be... Oh, okay. Okay. So there's going to be two offers. Oh, sorry. I'm trying to catch up with the energy. I'm a bit rusty. I've had a week and a bit off. The Ace of Pentacles is what we actually want. Offer. Yeah? But it's going to be mixed in. So the specifics over here is what we want as a collective, as a community, as a country, but it's going to be mixed in with crud, with rubbish, and that's why it's like, no, we don't want any of this. We just want this. Okay, we want this. Why you mix it? So that's going to be the next chapter of this. Underlying energy, 4 of Wands, happy home, 1111 card, make a wish, celebrations. So there is going to be celebrations, but it's going to be muddied with this. It's going to be, and so that's why it's like, no, we're not doing it. Blah blah blah. So let's get the cartoon clarity. The first time the cartoon clarity this year. So this is an interesting kind of. This is going to be fascinating, but I'm trying to find timeline, like, because that's already happening. That's fine, but it's the Tower that I'm trying to find the like weeks, days, blah blah blah. It's really elusive. It's really kind of. This keeps flopping around. Technical term, by the way. Technical term. 1 minute it's 10 days. 1 minute it's like a month and a bit. 1 minute it's like 2 days. It's like it keeps flapping around, and it's very rare that happens. So I feel like the only way I can say this is it's going to be a slow car crash. The image that I've just got is from Austin Powers. I think it's the first one, where he's in Dr. Evil's lair, and there is that henchman in the middle of the warehouse, screaming, and like Austin Powers is coming along in a steamroller that's going like 1 mile an hour. But the guy won't move, and it's just like this slow car crash. It's that kind of, real estate, investing in the right things. Okay, notice that was on justice. That was, calling out stuff, the truth of the situation, investing in the right things, and the right possibilities, and that, like the right options for the community. Blessing, that's what we want, but it's going to be mudded into this. So the blessings will be coming. The opportunities will be coming. The new way forward, it will be coming. Imagination. How could it, that's on the nurturing as well. So many people are like, this is what we actually want. Why are you still pushing us over here? We want it over here. Thank you very much. Read the room. Yeah. And marionette. The marionette is the muddied stuff to take control. This feels as if, oh, well, we'll propose this, but we'll mix it in with, as an example, digital IDs, or mixing it in with other corrupt dealings. And it's like, no. We just want the purity, thanks. We want the blessings. That's all we want. Go away. We don't want the rest. You work for us kind of stuff, yeah? Overarching energy. Taking care. That's what I'm on about. It's from what they keep decreeing is not working with what's going on in the world. They're trying to make it as if it's this kind of fascist, right-wing, whatever, labels, things, but it's not. It doesn't compute. Because you and I are in the real world, and it's like, no, it's not quite. People, the amount of people that in the different parts of the country, because obviously I do worry that I'm in a bit of echo chamber at home. Good morning, good afternoon, holding doors open, kind of like smiling a lot more, kind of think maybe it was just the Christmas period. I don't know, but it was like, it seemed like there was a lot more happiness than the media would let on. But maybe that's just, like I said, the time of year. I don't know. Share with the village down below in the comments. What is it actually like in your part of the world? Yeah. Underlying energy. Noticing once again the worth of the situation, what we actually want, not what they keep telling us we want, and that's going to be an interesting thing, because I feel like this is when it does snap back. What they propose is just going to be rejected. It's like, nah. And the voices will the people will actually, it's got nothing to do with what we want, that kind of stuff, holding them accountable a lot more. The old ways of doing things, this is the transition, right? So just to finish off, because I know that we've got a lot of new people and old people and all that kind of stuff. So for the new people, what we're witnessing here is this transition, this people trying to hold on to power, because with Pluto going into Aquarius, it's coming back to the little guy, you and me, the power for the next 20 years or so. So you'll get this frustration on one side, the government, people in Starmer, people involved, Bill Gates, all those lot, all of them trying to hold on to power again, but the energy's changed. Yeah, it's the old ways. They're kind of trying to keep the old ways going. And so that's what you're feeling at the moment. It's this juxtaposition, this kind of snapback that's happening now. And that's why no matter what they do, everyone's holding them accountable. It's like, nah, there's more of us than you, thanks. We want it this way. Yeah? Read the room. And that's what's happening. It's the transition coming back. And it happens every 200 odd years. So this is a unique experience right now. And the last time this happened, we had independence in America, the Constitution over there, that kind of thing. 5 years after the War of Independence and all that kind of stuff in America, the kind of the revolution, the French Revolution happened 5 years out of the period of Pluto in Aquarius, and it failed, right? It kind of snapped back and it didn't work, right? And that's what happened. Yeah. So now we're in this right at the beginning. We've got 20 odd years of this where it flips back and we can build what we actually want. But once the time is over, the time is over. We're moving on. Yeah. So we've got a finite amount of time, and we're at the beginning stages. Hence the reason why we're getting a lot of this tit for tat, friction, trying to hold, the control, the reins. Yeah. So hopefully that puts it into context, and that's why we can go, oh, okay, all the flapping of faces and the anger and stuff, that's on your side because you're on the wrong side of history now. Do you see what I'm saying? So yeah, going to be interesting. So until next time, we're going to finish it here. Until next time, when we do this all over again, take care, look after yourself, be well. And thank you for your company. I'll speak to you soon. See you later. Ta-ra.